New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.
Good evening, and welcome to the Miracle of Prosperity. I'm your host, the Reverend Dr. Jim Webb. I serve as the Senior Minister of the Tacoma Metaphysical Chapel in Silver Spring, Maryland, and I'm also the author of a number of different books, including The Soul of Prosperity, 30 P's for Prosperity, Create Your Self-Manifesting Vision Board, as well as Prosperity from A to Z. And every week, one of them is my favorite. This week, my favorite is Forgive Your Way to Prosperity. So every week we get together and we discuss an aspect of prosperity. Because prosperity is not just money and stuff. There could be physical prosperity, where your body works optimally and is literally a prism or a crystal that radiates light and brings and magnifies joy. There could be spiritual prosperity, where you have the peace that passes all understanding. There could be relationship prosperity, where you have cultivated such a deeply loving, harmonious relationship with yourself without inner conflict, without inner turmoil, and without inner judgment, criticism, or demonization, that it gets reflected in your outer world in the form of harmonious, supportive, loving relationships. It could be professional prosperity, where, in the words of Florence Scovel Shinn, you have a wonderful job with wonderful pay, where you provide a wonderful service in a wonderful way. Or it could be logistical prosperity, where your life just works and you have enough resources, including money, time, health, creativity, joy, fulfilling pursuits, and uplifting experiences, that your life is one of joy with plenty of good and good to share. So we work with this every week and we learn something every week. Now, one of the things that we often take for granted is health, balance, and the importance of healing for our prosperity. Recently, I had an experience, however, and I learned from a dear friend a healing technique that could help us to experience more energetic, spiritual prosperity, and I couldn't wait to share it with you. So what we're going to talk about tonight is exhaling your way to prosperity. Obviously, it's more than just exhaling, but I want to introduce you to someone some of you may know, my dear friend, Jim Goodwin. Jim is a intuitive spiritual healer. He provides counseling, support, guidance, wisdom, and healing to so many, and so many think so highly of him, including me. And he shares wisdom through his teachings and simply through his presence as a being of light and as a shaman. So I want to welcome you, Jim. Hello.
Hello.
So glad you're here tonight. Thank you for taking the time to join us.
And thank you so much for that beautiful introduction.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I think the world of you. And I want all of our viewers to understand this thing of healing and intuitive healing a little bit more. So can you tell us what is intuitive healing and how does it support us?
Well, actually, I'm going to start with the idea of holistic counseling, holistic healing,
Okay.
which honors mind, body, and spirit. Intuition, of course, is among the channels that help us reach a level of prosperity and well-being. So with holistic healing, we are body, mind, and spirit all the time, always overlapping. And so to find healing, we typically are aiming for center rather than moving through a progression, but moving back into the center of who we are so that everything radiating from us and within us is aligned to our fantastic design.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about this moving to center? Is that like moving into oneness with all that is?
Absolutely. Though I think a simpler focus is just to move into the center of oneself initially. And I keep gesturing to my heart chakra because I do believe that our heart is in the middle of everything we know ourselves to be. Now, if we can center within ourselves and our own divine design, then we can stretch out in a very positive way all around us.
Okay, now I think I understand. I'll restate it and so I'm sure that I understand so that our viewers can understand as well. Is it true that there is a light within us at our core, and this light is our holy, highest self, and it is the part of us that is God, at one with God, that we cover over with our experiences, our doubts, our fears, and our egos, and when we focus on that, that light can radiate outward and heal us and our lives? Is that a way to think about it?
That was wonderfully said. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I just wanted to understand it for me. I'll share with our guests what happened before we went on the air. I saw Jim's face. I felt Jim's energy, and I was healed. It's like, bingo, I'm sold. When can I make an appointment? Because his energy, his countenance, his soul, his light, and his mission, and he is so on mission that he is a shaman and a healer whose effects are tangible. And that's why I'm glad that I'm sharing him with you in this forum. So thank you for helping us to understand what healing is. And let's then talk about some of the benefits of healing that help us to attain a sense of prosperity. And I know you've worked with so many clients, Jim. So can you give us a couple of examples of how some of your clients have benefited from this healing and how it has enhanced their overall well-being?
Clients can come to me for any number of reasons, though there will always be a more holistic approach and many factors to any challenges that they may not have considered prior to coming, or maybe they do know. But if we're focusing on any physical challenge or ailment, there's always going to be an experience, a history, and thoughts behind it. There's always going to be an opportunity to reaching toward the center or reaching to a higher thought that helps alleviate any physical discomfort. or any emotional or mental challenges. Relationship challenges, if we are whole and centered within ourselves and fully self-loving, even as we honor those around us, our relationships generally fall into place much easier. In terms of prosperity, honestly, whenever I receive money in my head or sometimes out loud, I always say, may we both be blessed many, many fold with an easy flow of money and resources.
Yes.
But I find that the healthier and more centered and good I feel, it draws goodness back in all form and all measure.
Yes. So your clients have a heightened level of prosperity in all ways, including perhaps money and stuff, but it begins with a sense of well-being, enhanced well-being, would you say?
Yes, yes. And often that means releasing any of the burdens, any of the blockages, really discovering what they're about and what purpose they may have served at one point, and whether or not we're ready to let them go now and open to a higher level. So there's often a good amount of releasing interwoven with our building.
Yes. Releasing that, whether it be thoughts, habits, energy patterns that no longer serve us, that may have been a survival mechanism back in a traumatic past or in a past where we didn't know what we know now. And those things that were helps or survival tools are now hindrances. So we release them and we allow the good to flow, and we allow ourselves to flow to our good. Would that be a way to think about it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I do my own, spiritual form of popular approach to psychology these days is IFS, internal family systems. And basically what it reflects is that every age you've ever been is still stored in there somewhere.
Yes. Yes.
Still has some influence on today, mind, body, and spirit.
Yes.
So parallel process, up above my bathroom door in my waiting room, there's a plaque that says it's never too late to have a happy childhood.
Yes.
I found it very whimsical and charming when I first saw it, so I had to buy it. But it didn't take long for me to think more deeply about that. To have a happy childhood, any age that's held in our nervous system or in our body, gives us an opportunity to parent some of the parts that were maybe parented wrongly.
Yes.
Or where there may have been wounds that were not acknowledged and healed properly. We get to continue to parent and reparent and coach ourselves to the adults, the happy childhood, the happy every age that we've ever been.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's so very interesting. We just did 8 weeks of Spirit Speaks on healing the inner child, and they offered some amazing insights on this. One of the things they did many things. One of them was, of course, to create that sense of safety, comfort, and peace, and build that inner environment for the child who may have been terrified and traumatized. And after creating that cocoon of safety and love, they did some exercises that were fascinating to me. One of the exercises they did was what you said, reparenting, where they said, imagine the qualities of a parent that your child needed to experience that perhaps your inner child didn't have an opportunity to experience. And imagine those qualities are simply rays of healing light that you can avail yourselves to now. And so they learn to channel the light of certain vibrational frequencies as needed, as dictated by the parts of them within, to those parts that needed it. And then they expanded it. Imagine there are 1,000 beings holding these qualities, 1,000 mothers, 1,000 ideal divine mothers, not 1,000 of the mothers that you had, or 1,000 ideal divine fathers, not the fathers that you had. But imagine there are thousands of ideal fathers channeling this energy to the part of you. And it was just amazing. And it created a space for children to, as you said, for people to, as you said, have a happy childhood, to play. How would your child play? What does your child feel like playing? And allow the child's creativity to come through again without constraints. So I thank you for bringing that up, because we can heal and you are an excellent facilitator of that.
Mhm.
So that being said, you shared with me something so powerful when we had lunch a few weeks ago. I could not wait to get you on the air. And so we're going to explore that in our next segment. So folks, hold on. You're going to get something wonderful and powerful. So in the meantime, you may have some questions or comments, and just let us know you're here. And we're going to go to break. And when we come back, we're going to explore exhaling your way to prosperity here on the Miracle of Prosperity.
Please help us say thank you to all of our organizational sponsors, including the Hefferland Foundation, Affiliated New Thought Network, International New Thought Alliance, Science of Mind Archives and Library Foundation, Center for Spiritual Living Denver, Center for Spiritual Living Midtown, New Thought Philadelphia, Center for Spiritual Living United Life, Sunshine Cathedral, Planned Happiness Institute, Summit Center for Spiritual Living, One Heart Retreats, Universal Joy Center, Unity Kitchener, Unity Spiritual Center Ottawa, Om Center for Spiritual Living, Satya Center, Begin Within Ministries, Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey, Unity of Savannah, and the Center for Spiritual Living Seattle, as well as all of our individual donors. On behalf of New Thought Media Network, thank you, and please like, share, and subscribe. New Thought Media Network, come be you.
Imagine a gathering where inspiration becomes action, where spiritual vision becomes a shared future, and where the power of new thought comes alive in community. Join us for New Thought in the Desert 2026, Living the Power of New Thought. We are getting together September 17th through the 20th in Las Vegas. Begin by putting love into action through sacred service. Then experience inspiring speakers and spiritual leaders from Unity, Centers for Spiritual Living, Agape, and beyond, along with powerful conversations, interactive experiences, and a collaborative vision for the future of our movement.
I focus on harmony. How do I live into that?
Celebrate with Faith Rivera in concert. Celebrate, communicate, connect. Together we are living the power of new thought. Join us in Las Vegas. Visit lasvegascsl.org to learn more and register today.
What if you had a place to return to every day for peace, clarity, and connection? The New Thought Ministry of Prayer offers live morning and evening prayer, along with a growing library you can access anytime. This is a space for reflection, renewal, and real spiritual practice, rooted in the understanding that something greater is already alive within you. You are welcome here. Join us live or watch anytime. The New Thought Ministry of Prayer, part of the New Thought Media Network. Come, take a moment for what matters most.
And we're back here on the Miracle of Prosperity with my very special guest, Jim Goodwin, shamanic healer, holistic healer. And we had, as I alluded to before, we had an amazing experience over lunch. I don't remember the details or even the issue we were discussing. I only remember the result. Kind of like that old saying, people don't remember what you said, they remember how it made them feel. So the result was a powerful healing through a technique that I can only describe as exhaling your way to prosperity. I have no context up for it or the background knowledge in it, so I want Jim to explain this technique and share a little more about it and perhaps even demonstrate it. Jim?
Okay. Well, Jim, you'll have to keep track of time. Help me with that.
Yes, I will
Because
do it.
otherwise, this is my favorite topic.
Okay.
A couple quotes, or at least paraphrasing. In the book of Genesis, God created humankind in God's own image. That does not mean that God looks like us, or that he's some old white man sitting on a cloud with a long beard, ready to either bless us richly or smote us with lightning. That's us creating God in our own image, actually. But God created us to be creators. We are co-creators of our reality. Another author who expressed this beautifully, Neil Donald Walsh, in Conversations with God, Book 1, one of my all-time favorite books. The author is asking toward the end of that book, is it true that we all have a purpose, a reason for being, a life lesson, something to contribute to the world? And God answered, yes. You have individual ideas of how you would like to experience yourselves. And yet I can tell you the purpose of all purposes is simply to remember who you are and to co-create who you wish to be. Okay, so the meditation, the technique that we'll move into, recognizes that in order to remember who we are and to co-create who we wish to be, we must remember where we come from. Okay, so our physical bodies, many of my clients, come with a physical challenge at the forefront that they'd like some support in healing. They want to know what they can bring to their healing process. But all of us can relate. We've all had some kind of physical challenge at some point. Now, if we think about it, our bodies, we're built from exactly the same building blocks as all of the other things on Earth. We're 75% water. That's just hydrogen and oxygen. That means we have the same qualities of hydrogen and oxygen within us. If you look at human conception, a sperm cell and an egg cell join to make one single microscopic cell, and it knows how to do everything to make lungs and heart and skin and even a personality and a mind. Okay, from a physical standpoint, mom ate, digested food, passed it to that new embryo, that new life. She breathed and passed oxygen to that new baby that each of us was. She held us warm and nurtured us with energy as well. And from that, our bodies knew how to take those components, those same building blocks, a periodic table of the elements, and make entire self-sufficient human bodies from the building blocks of the earth. So with this meditation, we're recognizing the earth as a source of our physical body, the source of all of the building blocks for our physical body, and we're tapping into those same qualities that we see in the earth. I would invite listeners to brainstorm for a moment what nature feels like to you. What aspects of nature do you most appreciate? A few suggestions. Qualities of nature that we may want to tap into would be peace, solitude, quiet, or perhaps we want to tap into the power of nature as we see in storms and waves of the ocean. We have access to those same traits because we are built from the same things. In terms of our consciousness straight from the universe, everything that we imagine God to be, or spirit to be, or the universe, if we use that as our terminology, every aspect or energy that is in the universe, we have access to within our own consciousness, within our own spirit that is indeed connected to all that is. So in that regard, a person may wish to tap into the love of the divine. A person may wish to tap into power, or, reflective of this broadcast, abundance. There is all kinds of abundance in the earth and in the universe. Everything that we ever need, I believe, is right within us or right within our reach.
Yes.
This meditation acknowledges both. So any aspect of nature, any aspect of the divine that you feel would be a helpful resource to you, you just consciously tap in, ask to receive it, and then close your eyes and meditate as you feel or sense that energy coming to you. And then the other half of the equation, you get to decide what you want to use that energy for. If I'm breathing in the love of nature and the love of the divine to my heart center, I choose to exhale it as peace. The love that I come from, I express as peace, a soft cloud of peace all around me. Okay, in terms of abundance, nature and the universe are fully abundant. Therefore, I must be too. Even though I may forget, even though experiences or my checkbook may tell me otherwise, I know that I am abundant, that I come from an abundant physical source, an abundant spiritual source, an abundant conscious source. So I can breathe in the love I come from and exhale that soft cloud of peace around me. If you ever come to my office, you'll feel how peaceful it is because I do this every day.
Yes.
Several years ago when I was first learning this meditation, which for me kind of came as a combination of Reiki healing, Reiki Tumo, and my love of nature, the importance of grounding ourselves in nature. And I happen to just be also a very visual person. So I'm picturing light as I'm doing this meditation. But I was hit with a very extensive tax bill. And my anxiety immediately went right up to the roof. This April 14th, it's due the next day, and I get back my draft from the accountant has me owing $21,000. I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't have $21,000. This can't be right. I have to do something. And Spirit whispered, yes, but meditate first. So I breathed in love, exhale peace, love, peace, love, peace. Myself to calm down, slow my breath, and then I shifted into just breathing in an abundance, an energy of abundance, and exhaling prosperity, just to put myself in the flow. That day, Spirit spoke to me very clearly and directly because they knew it was important to me. Check line 34. You can double your mileage. She forgot to add your health insurance premiums. They gave me line-by-line corrections for my IRS tax return. I called the accountant thinking, there's no way she's going to be available the day before taxes are due. She picked up the phone. She said, I have time right now. Let's look at it together. So we made those corrections, found a few more, brought the bill all the way down to $9,000, and then she told me how to do a payment plan and what our plan would be next year for a little bit better result. But that whole process, 20 minutes, saved me thousands of dollars, felt amazingly reassuring. I'm like, oh my gosh, the universe cares about my taxes just because I do. And so I've used this meditation for healing my body. Well, I was able to, work out all the financial issues and purchase a wonderful new house, and then broke my leg cleaning out the gutters when I fell off the ladder. So I got to practice healing more quickly. And I would breathe in restorative energy. We see nature restoring itself all the time. Our bodies do have an amazing capacity to heal. So I just tapped into that restorative life energy and exhaled healing. And I could feel that broken leg kind of tingling, and actually was able to heal a broken bone in 10 days when the orthopedist had told me it would take 6 weeks. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to take that as a challenge.
Yes.
Whereas previously, I was beating myself up for being so foolish to break my leg. But okay, since I had that to deal with, all right, let's see if we can heal it quickly. So in 9 days, really, I'll say 10, because I was still walking heavily on that 9th day, but 10 days to heal a broken bone. Not necessarily because I'm amazing, but because we all are amazing, and we're built from amazing energy. Okay, so those are a couple examples of how this meditation has been helpful for me. But I would just encourage all listeners to consider the source, the wonderment from which they come, and how they might choose consciously, intentionally to express that in the world. That's what this meditation's about. So, Jim, how are we for time? Do we start now?
We can start now.
Okay. All right. I would encourage everyone to just close your eyes and just notice for a moment your physical breath, all of the sensations of your breathing. You can notice the air moving through your nose and throat. You can notice the changes in temperature through a cycle of breath. You can notice the rise and fall of your chest along with each cycle of breath. You can relax your belly to join that rise and fall, a nice, full, easy yoga type breath. Notice the shifts in your skin against your clothing along with that rise and fall of your chest and belly. And as you continue to relax yourself into the breath, allow yourself to be centered there, go ahead and make your spirit call. Call in any of your guides and teachers, religious figures that you feel in alignment with, your ancestors, any angels that work with you, perhaps animal spirits in your totem. We ask them just to hold the space, to hold you in the love that they bring to you and that you were built from. And as you feel that easy rolling rhythm of your breath and you feel yourself held in tremendous love by spirit, just imagine opening up your feet to the light and love of the earth. And just imagine with your inhale that you can breathe in that love and light of the earth which built your body. Bring it all the way to your heart center. And if you would like, you can open up the top of your head. Just imagine that you're breathing in the love and light of the universe, the creators of all things, including this good Mother Earth. Just imagine that you're breathing that light down through the top of your head to your heart center to meet that light of the earth where the two blend beautifully and perfectly, just as you are. So along with each cycle of breath, just inhale love and exhale a soft cloud of peace. Love, peace. Love, peace. That's the love that you come from, the love that built you, and the peace you choose to express. And as you repeat a few more rounds, you relax your body, your physical body. There is no part of you that needs to resist or hold tight. Every part of you can go with that flow. And if you'd like, you can imagine shifting your intention just to breathe in the abundance that you come from, the abundance of nature, the abundance of the universe. Bring it to your heart center and exhale it as prosperity. Abundance, prosperity, abundance, prosperity. And just imagine that cloud of prosperity reaching so far around you. It holds you so comfortably and so warm, and it shines outward to the space around you. Others around you, you may wish to even send some of that light of prosperity to someone who's been on your mind or in your heart, or some place in the world that could use an energy of prosperity right now. And if there's any struggle within you, you may wish to breathe in life and exhale healing. You may wish to breathe in restorative energy and exhale ease and balance. Just play a little bit. Again, your inhale is your source. Your exhale is your expression of it. Repeat just a few more rounds in your mind, or you can go back to love and peace where we began. Do one more scan of your body just to make sure that all of your parts are in alignment with your mantra. Thanks to Spirit for holding you today and always. May they continue to guide you toward your fullest expression of life, well-being, healing, and prosperity in all things. And then we ask Archangel Michael, or if you wish, the Celtic god Lu, to swing his mighty blue sword all around your energy field, that you may know yourself to be whole and safe and complete and prosperous right within your space, yet without any tethers, without any entanglements, just right in your space. And as you're ready, you can bring your awareness very gently back to the time and space that you're in, hearing the sounds of the room, feel the furniture that supports you, your feet well grounded. You can feel the air that you breathe. And when you're fully back, just seal it with a nice round of breath and a nice easy inhale and exhale. And when you're all the way back, you can open your eyes just to let me know.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. I can feel the whole network of us. Thank you all.
Yes. The puppy feels it too.
Yes. You can hear that. Okay.
Wow. That was just so beautiful. I want people to just take a few more moments to take that in. We're going to go to a commercial break. And in the meantime, folks may have comments, reflections, or expressions around that. You can put those in the comments while we're on commercial break as well. And we'll be back here on the New Thought Media Network.
The Heal Your Life Workshop Leader and Life Coach Certification Training, approved personally by Louise Hay, is coming to San Diego. Facilitated by expert trainers Anna Milkick and Christy Dixon. This 3-month training includes multiple sessions on Zoom and 10 days in beautiful San Diego. It will change your life and enable you to help others transform their lives.
Imagine a gathering where inspiration becomes action, where spiritual vision becomes a shared future, and where the power of new thought comes alive in community. Join us for New Thought in the Desert 2026, Living the Power of New Thought. We are getting together September 17th through the 20th in Las Vegas. Begin by putting love into action through sacred service. Then experience inspiring speakers and spiritual leaders from Unity, Centers for Spiritual Living, Agape, and beyond, along with powerful conversations, interactive experiences, and a collaborative vision for the future of our movement.
I focus on harmony. How do I live into that?
Celebrate with Faith Rivera in concert. Celebrate, communicate, connect. Together, we are living the power of new thought. Join us in Las Vegas. Visit lasvegascsl.org to learn more and register today.
Wow, Jim, that was absolutely amazing.
Oh, thank
On
you.
behalf of all of our viewers, I thank you so much. And at the 38, at the 37-minute, GT Healing Journey had a comment as well. Let's see what GT Healing Journey had to say. Okay, she thought it was amazing too. Yes,
Good.
thank you. Can you say, I can share with you how I experienced it? I experienced it as so empowering. Is that one of the intentions of it?
Absolutely. Empowering and restful at the same time, energizing and stretching.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Jim, if I could make a couple other suggestions that, was a
Sure.
little bit shorter meditation. I mean,
Mhm,
typically I do it several times a day, and I
mhm.
always start with love and peace because to me that's a catch-all. And then
Yeah.
usually one more pair just to fit whatever circumstance I'm going into or whatever it is I'm trying to set right. I know that
Mhm,
many of our listeners are looking for a good fitting romantic relationship or,
mhm.
fulfilling connections and friendships in their
Yeah.
lives. So one of the things that can happen there, we breathe in that same love that we come from, exhale
Mhm.
romance.
Okay.
What we can breathe in the oneness of everything, just breathe in one and exhale connection.
Mhm,
With the divisions, I've been very troubled by the political system of
mhm,
late.
mhm,
Just about every day, I will breathe in that same oneness and exhale
mhm,
unity as I wish to
mhm,
contribute that to the whole, or I'll exhale equality or equity, because I
mhm.
believe that ultimately we come from the same source. I want
Yes.
to remind people with an energy of unity that we can connect better.
Yes. Okay, so in other words, breathe in love and exhale the forms you choose love to take in your life.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Or any specific aspect of love, such as life, or it's vacation time for a lot of people. You can
Yeah.
breathe in endless possibilities and exhale fun. Just
Yes.
put yourself in the flow. And it
Beautiful.
doesn't, I'm a very visual person. So
Mhm.
my low tech visual, just imagine
Uh-huh.
breathing that light up from the earth and down from the heavens to my heart
Yeah.
center and exhaling a cloud around me.
Mhm.
About that for technology. But it doesn't matter if a person's visual, if you're not, some people were feeling it. Some people are
Yes.
simply imagining and, wish they could see it. It doesn't matter. Just imagine your intention to breathe in your source, your intention to exhale it in a way that pleases you.
Yes. So the form matters less than the intention. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Exactly. And you asked about intuition as one of the first questions. Our intuition, just like our senses, may come to us visually, auditorily, energetically,
Mhm.
sensationally through our skin, or just a clear knowing, clear cognizance.
Mhm.
So we can use any of those with this meditation as well. However, we
Mhm.
most easily perceive the divine.
Mhm.
And if we practice in any most comfortable intuitive channel, the others will come along as well.
Yes. And that intuition, does that intuition also cause us to know what we need at any given time?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Sometimes I will breathe in if I'm struggling with a challenge. Or a conflict, I'll breathe in infinite intelligence and I'll
Mhm.
exhale clarity. I'm not
Mhm.
necessarily meditating for that specific answer, but to put myself
Mhm.
in energy where that answer can come to me or from
Yes.
me.
Okay. There's a question about financial prosperity. So would you then breathe in the universal love and find the blockage and heal the blockage, or how would you address something like this?
Well, I would certainly close with the meditation we just did, breathing in abundance, exhaling prosperity. But typically, I would just ask the client about their financial background And we would also pay attention to any place where the blockages show up in their body. Any place that feels off when they're talking about it is probably a clue to where it rests. That's likely going to correspond to a given chakra, which each have their own specialties. Financial stress that shows up in the low back probably has a lot to do with self-esteem. Financial stress that shows up as a sick stomach in nausea is likely, or loss of appetite is likely to have a lot to do with self-esteem and just a sense of unsafety. We would explore that. We would explore that and see if we can bring it to a higher level of acceptance, and perhaps some reparenting.
Okay.
Now, I also have done past life regression with some of my more advanced clients, where they'll find origins to financial distress from lifetimes ago, but then somehow triggered to come forth again in this life for a new level of healing.
Yes. Okay.
I wouldn't say that that's necessary for everybody, but sometimes we're just going to look for the roots of where there are blockages and see how we might address it differently.
Okay. Okay, that helps me understand. Wonderful. So there's a number of things that we can do with this technique to exhale your way to prosperity.
Absolutely.
I thank you so much for sharing that with our audience. They are quite appreciative of it too, based on their comments. So I just thank you so much, Jim, for sharing this. And I know how busy you are, so I also appreciate you spending this time with us this Sunday evening. I know how busy you are, and I hear through the grapevine that you're working on some new things.
I am offering an energy healers training course beginning this fall. It will begin September 12th, and then the second Sunday of each month for 4 hours for 9 months. 4 hours on the second Saturdays for 9 months. So basically through the school year. And I will teach students and attune them to 3 levels of Reiki Sekem. Reiki Sekem being a blend of ancient Japanese healing as well as Egyptian healing techniques. We'll bring them to mastery if they complete the full course. We will also spend a lot of time tapping into and refining our own intuitive channels, each of us unique and each of us connected to divine source. So we learn how to open up those channels. There'll be an introduction to some shamanic healing techniques as well. And finally, we'll toss in some developmental psychology. The whole body is the nervous system. And any of those nerves can be part of the filing system for life's experiences. So we spend a little bit of time with psychology as well. And then how all of this can come together on a healing table.
It sounds like quite a comprehensive program, Jim. It sounds quite complete.
I am so thrilled to be able to present it. I really am.
It also sounds like you broke it up into bite-sized chunks with 3 segments. Is that accurate?
Yes, that is absolutely accurate. Prior to my private practice as a holistic counselor and medical intuitive, I was a special educator for 18 years. I worked with students with emotional and behavioral challenges. So number one, you better keep it interesting or you're going to lose them. We're going to go through all the different learning channels so that there'll be something for everybody. And this course, is, I think, laid out much the same way, many small pieces that build on each other and a fully multisensory approach to it. So I think there'll be something for anyone called to it, something they can take from it, whether it be healing and enhanced ability to heal themselves, their loved ones, their circles within a professional practice, or maybe not at all, but contributing to the world in a very positive way. I'm very excited to teach this class. I was able to teach it last year. There are 10 new Reiki masters in the world and 1 new Reiki master teacher. And next June, we'll have some more.
Yes, we will. How exciting. So how do they get in touch with you if they have questions on this, Jim?
The best way to get in touch with me would be email. It's Jim Goodwin, LCPC aol.com. That would be the easiest way. My office phone number, one could also leave voicemail, 301-384-3002. So I'll be watching and listening. But if anyone has any questions, thinks they might be interested, it is an in-person class. It will not be offered live stream, just because I feel that's important for the fullest connection.
Mhm.
But yeah, I would be happy to field any questions and invite in all the right people.
Wonderful. Sounds like you are working on a lot of good stuff these days, Mr. Jim.
Yes, I am. And Jim, how about you? What have you got going on?
I got everything going on. I'm so excited. I am so excited. I've got a couple of new classes in the very near future. One new class is Spirit Speaks on Healing Relationships.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, rocky relationships make for a rocky life, and healed relationships make for a healed and charmed life.
Yes.
So Spirit is going to work with everybody in the class on their questions about their private relationships, their primary relationships, their parental relationships, their professional relationships. Spirit is going to give us some new perspectives and individualized and generalized tools on how to heal our relationships for more harmony, more peace, and more productivity, and more joy and fulfillment in our lives. It's 6 weeks starting on September 14th. It's 6 Mondays starting on September 14th, and that should be wonderful. You see some pricing information there. There's a $50 discount for early registration, and it's a 2-for-1. So my Thursday class is included. You pay for one class, you can attend the other, or vice versa. You can attend both. But my Thursday class is fascinating. I'm excited about this too. That one is called What Remains is Healed. And this class is for anyone who ever said, I thought I dealt with that. I know neither of us have ever said, I thought I dealt with that.
I have said that and heard that a number of times.
Yes. Sometimes we have pesky, thorny, recurring issues, and we get frustrated because we think that we haven't been effective in our healing journey, when in fact, each time we deal with it, we're healing it more at core because we're healing at a deeper level. Well, Spirit has given us some very good news lately. And that is, so many of us who have been on a healing journey have taken advantage of so much of the light that is available, that what was once these humongous monolithic blockages to our good, those energies have now been pulverized into little pebbles and crumbs that we can sweep up, just like we sweep up our kitchen floor every night before going to bed. And so these are the remaining vestiges of our issues that Spirit will work with us to heal. And what we will find as a result is these things may not recur anymore, or if they recur, they will recur in a flash of a thought that is healed immediately. And I'll give you an example. Most people who know me know that an aspect of my story is abandonment by the Father. And so that has been one of those monolithic issues that has been pulverized to tonight. When we were a little bit late in logging on, I had a flash of that energy. But as immediately as I had the flash of that energy, a bigger flash of light just lifted it from me. So it didn't have to take the form of something devastating in my life. It took the form of a flash of darkness and a bigger flash of light. What remains is healed. Spirit will work with us so that will be our experience. So these two classes are 2 for the price of 1. This one starts on Thursday, September 17th for 6 weeks. A discount for early registration. And Michael Mangus will tell you that it is helpful to register early. Why is it helpful to register early, Producer Michael?
Oh, you want me to come on? It's because that what happens is that these classes sell out quickly. No kidding. I mean, we're not just typing these, we're telling you this, is that Jim gets phone calls on the day of the class saying, well, can you fit me in? And the answer is usually no. So if your heart is calling for these classes, just do it. Worry about the money later, work it out with Jim, but just do it. All right. Thank you.
Yes. Don't make me say no. Don't make me say no. Help me say yes. So that's what I've got going on. And I'm, of course, working on my book, Magical Manifestation Techniques. And I've got a new release date for it based on feedback from the world and from spirit. So I'll tell you more about that later. But for now, just check out these classes and check out all the other stuff. You'll find on my YouTube page a lot of helpful things. Sakithia McQueen is back. So check out my YouTube page as well. And once again, Jim, I want to thank you for sharing your very precious time with us tonight. Thank you so much for being with us. And I want to thank our audience here as well. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being so loyal. We hope you got something out of it. I know you did. So until we meet again, everyone have a wonderful evening here on the Miracle of Prosperity on the New Thought Media Network. Good night.